We have a contest. Well, I have a contest.
No, hey, you mean we.
All right, so I have this alter ego, the Cowboy.
How's it growing?
As I've mentioned, this is free mulch.
Oh, come on, what's with the mask? You're outside, you're alone, and COVID is...
Okay, calm down, calm down. It has nothing to do with COVID.
Before I get into the contest, I want to share how me as a cowboy developed into his own separate character.
Oh, let me set this up. I was giving a talk about managing nematodes to the Equality Garden Club.
How's it growing?
And I told the story about how I, Cowboy Stack, morphed into a separate character over an inner conflict on how to pronounce nematodes. You know, those dirty life-sucking parasites.
For years, I called it nematodes.
Not nematodes.
I started realizing Dr. Elaine Ingham, she's pronouncing it nematodes.
Nematodes.
And I've been pronouncing it wrong. So I had this internal conflict, like, do I change it on my YouTube channel? Then I'll be inconsistent. You know, no, I'm gonna keep it the way other people pronounce it that way. And then someone commented on one of my videos, it's not pronounced that way, it's pronounced nematodes. I contacted George and he said, funny you should ask that, because he just had a small class that he took in San Diego where some of the Soil Food Web students were meeting with Dr. Elaine Ingham. I'm like, I would just love to meet her, love to talk to her. And he got to ask her face to face. He said, because he's been pronouncing it wrong too all this time. She said it's pronounced nematodes. So I had a little fun on the YouTube channel. Has anyone seen some of the more recent videos where Cowboy Stack gets a little sassy with me?
And the mustard self-terminated. Ooh, self-termination. That's a fancy way of saying it died. Come on, you're either organic or you're not organic.
All right, hold on. I kind of like developed Cowboy Stack as a separate personality, and my husband goes, oh great, you're talking to yourself now. I said, well, it's a manifestation of my internal conflict. And he goes, yeah, that's where it starts.
This is part 3 in the series Cover Crops to Kill Nematodes. It's pronounced nematode.
I've heard it pronounced both ways, and I've always pronounced it this way.
I know, but soil biologist Dr. Elaine Ingham pronounces it nematode.
Right, she does.
And that's the correct way. All right, nematode.
But it makes it fun. You know, we gotta make learning fun.
Sure, the sun hemp did well, but what happened to the other crops? Tell them about that.
I'm getting to a cowboy. I wanna give him a name that fits him the best. I haven't made this publicly until now. I've been calling him Sassy Stack or just Sassy, but Sassy sounds, it's got spunk, but I don't know, it's not me. We can find something better, right? I like it. Let's just say I'm conflicted. The winner gets a 45-minute garden consultation, and if you're local here in South Florida and able to come by, I'll give you a garden tour, load you up with cuttings, plant starts, anything that I'm growing that I can give you that you don't have.
So if you live in South Florida, you have 2 options. You can do the garden consultation over the phone or Zoom, or come by and get a garden tour and cuttings, plant starters, seeds, whatever.
So, let the contest begin. Live regeneratively and let's grow together.